y'all went around campus asking different people about some African stereotypes that they've heard, or just what they thought about Africa in general. Let's see what they had to say. All right, so what are some African stereotypes that you've heard?
All Africans are fast. Y'all eat with y'all hands. Y'all think y'all better than regular black people. Y'all what else? Y'all don't wear clothes on a regular. Like y'all don't really use soap when y'all bathe.
Africans are extremely smart. That we're extra dark skin. That we're not supposed to have hair. That we speak the language African, and African is not a language.
Where do I start? First of all, y'all mad rude, but y'all can cook. I don't know if y'all be rude because like y'all came up like in the Jungle Book and stuff like that, and y'all just be like, y'all think y'all better than everybody because y'all ride on Supras and stuff like that.
I guess uneducated, the whole HIV, AIDS epidemic, all of that stuff you would associate with Africa. So I guess that would be considered the stereotypes.
Do you believe any of them?
No, not necessarily, but I am aware of the situation over there.
Well, I've heard that a lot of Africans are poor and everybody live in huts.
Yeah, but I say teepees. So is that the same thing?
Kind of.
Yeah, well they do that. What else?
They make their own food, kill animals.
Yeah, and eat them. They're real strict, like their parents and stuff. And they have a lot of children, and they don't really use like birth control. So yeah, they like have like 18 children.
And like dirty. But that's like the bad stuff.
So what is the stuff y'all believe?
I believe that not all Africans live in huts because I know that there's houses and stuff.
Yeah, like South Africa.
Yeah.
And stuff.
What else? They clothes not always kente cloth. They have regular clothes. Even though everybody always make you think they're always a kente cloth. They're very intelligent. They have a lot of African presidents and stuff out there. Everything. You know, a lot of African doctors and stuff.
They never had electricity before. I think you said they don't wear shoes, but I think better one is they don't know what shoes are.
Lions in our backyard
that they try to kill on a daily basis just to please their, mates.
Africans have a lot of wives.
They have real coiled hair. They don't know what cold is. It's always hot in Africa.
I think a lot of times people feel like Africa is just like one big country, that there aren't like any separate countries, and then they think it's just one bush, there's one big bush. So you walk out your backyard and there's giraffes and hippopotamuses and elephants just out there, that there are no like developed cities. And I think that a lot of people also think that like female genital mutilation is what's going on everywhere, just rampant.
That they can't speak English very well. A lot of them can't, personally I'll say that, but there are some that break that stereotype. What else? Some other African stereotypes. They all go to New York and sell gold chains out of their jackets, their watches. That's another one. Coming to America, kind of laid that foundation. What else? They all wear sandals. That's another stereotype. Hey, just being real. Those are the ones that come to mind.
Oh my goodness, there's so many African stereotypes. Like sometimes people come to me and be like, do people wear clothes in Africa, or like, do we live in huts, or do we carry spears around with it? Like stupid stuff. Well, not stupid, but I'd rather call it ignorant. And then sometimes, well, some people think all Africans are wealthy. Some people think everyone in Africa has like AIDS or something. People think, what else? Oh my God, there's so many, I can't even think. Some people think, oh yeah, we don't know how to speak English. And there's another one. What else? yeah, someone's asked me if Africans live in trees or something. I took that really personal. Like,
so what comes to mind when you think of Africa?
When I think of Africa, well, in modern day times, I think of poverty, disease, but as a whole, I think of Africa, I think of homeland, I think of diamonds, I think of wealth, I think of where it all started.
What comes to mind, that, you know, it's like cotton that comes to mind. The guys are tall, well, African, and like their skin color is darker than all, like just skin color is darker.
When I think of Africa, I think of homeland, I think of a lot of open space, I think of native people with the native language, the native dance, the native dialect, and I think of a lot of animals roaming free without being caged in. I think of freedom probably is what I think of most. And I think when I think of African people, I think of people who came from, who are in my homeland, and I think of my native people, and I think of how they were brought from Africa to America and how they thrived and survived despite of slavery and all the other degradation that they faced.
I think of the desert, the Sahara Desert, and of wildlife, but also like the commercials about like the poverty in Africa.
Where do you think all these stereotypes come from?
When I was in 3rd grade, they showed me Roots, and that was like the only African thing that I really like saw until I got to maybe like my 10th grade year of high school. But you know, that's probably what I think. Alex Haley's Roots. Everybody missed like the context of that.
So I watched the Discovery Channel.
So you basically believe everything you see on TV?
Oh yeah, TV don't lie.
Where does it come from?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
why do you relate Africa to cotton?
Like the slavery issue, and then that's what we've been doing for American history and stuff like that. All you see is just about cotton, about slavery, about importing. That's like probably the only country that comes to mind when it comes to slavery.
India. Lack of education.
The white people and slavery.
No, just New Orleans. I mean, just New Orleans. You know, like the country, the city, just people who like ignorant people. You know?
One of my friends, close friends, is from Nigeria, and she educated me on a lot of things coming from such a wonderful country. But back in high school, I knew a lot of Ethiopians, and they educated me on a lot of things coming from African culture. And in fact, my church, Catholic Church, has been, I could say, I don't want to say the incorrect term, but Africanized, and I interact with a lot of them, and my pastor is a native of Guyana.
Let's take a trip to Africa to see what things are really like. Many people are unaware of the actual beauty that lies within Africa, the healthy children, the rich culture, as well as the developed regions. But instead, they are reminded of the despair and malnutrition that individuals constantly relate to Africa. When will the stereotypes stop? Or will they ever?